right, and welcome back. This is our second conversation for this morning, and it's all about our senior men's national team, how they've been progressing of recent, some changes, some developments, and the way forward. We have joining us on set Mr. Charlie Slusher, no strangers to athletics in Belize. He's the head coach, now the head coach of the senior men's national team. We also have Krishan Lopez, also not a stranger to football. He's from Verdes FC, but he's a part of the senior men's national team. And then Andir Chi, who is from Progresso FC, but a member of the senior men's national team. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to have you all on set with us this morning. One of the things I've found true about athletes is that you all don't necessarily like being in front of the camera a lot of the times,
yes.
Right? You prefer getting your thing done on the field and leaving your performance to say all that it needs to be said. So we appreciate you all being on set this morning. No pressure, but on half a talk. Right? All right. So let's go over to Mr. Slusher. Sir, you were recently announced as the head of the senior men's national team. Before that, you were at Port FC. Let's talk a bit first about what went into that decision for you to leave that team that you've really helped to build from what some would say nothing to something, to then move over to the men's national team.
Well, it was definitely a tough decision to make, especially like you said, the moment I had with Port, and not just that, you know, what we started, I want to say me and the management and everybody, what we started, and even looking this year, you know, Port is much better than when I was there. So we were building towards the future to win more championship. Yeah. You know, we started, and then, you know, the opportunity came up for me to be part of the national team head coach, something that I must say any coach would always dream about, coaching the national team, because again, this is more about the country and not just for the club. And I was happy that the owners and management of Port understand and gave me the full blessing to say, hey coach, we know we want you here, but we know that this is, you know, the country might need you, we might need you at the national team to make a difference. So, you know, you have our support and go full speed ahead. So that was very, very helpful in the whole decision process when I got the blessing from my former team to leave.
With your experience in this particular discipline with various other teams, did you have a particular vision coming in as head coach, something in particular that you wanted to contribute to the national team?
Well, definitely. I think one of my biggest tribute or vision, in the sense that I was part of the national team as a player for many years. I've competed international, and one of the key things is that I believe in my players. Mm-hmm. I believe in our Belizean players, that if they're given the right opportunity and get the right support, we could perform at any level. And you guys you spoke about it a little while when it comes to the Kadika there, how our young athletes have been doing great, bringing in medals. So we always have that in us, and when you believe it and you motivate your players and you give them the support that they need. But again, like I said, the vision and the mission basically is that we want to get to the next Gold Cup, and I believe that our team can do it, and that's our aim. So we are happy with the situation that we're in, that we are seeing some progress. We are already making a step forward to our goals.
You can't look at the future without taking a step back into the past. How did we get to a place where we stopped winning as much as we were winning years back?
I think one of the problem, I believe, from my own opinion, is that I think we took too long to rebuild. I think we had a great guys that mature when we qualified to the Gold Cup, but after that we continue beating. You know, some people say you continue beating that horse, until sometimes that horse couldn't even run anymore. And I think we took a little bit a while to get in our younger, you know, and start to rebuild from earlier, because we always have good talent. And I think right now we have some excellent young players that are seasoned young players that can compete at this level.
I like that perspective from you, and so we have now some young stallions ready to run
ready to
and
run.
represent Belize well. We have Krishan. First, let's get to you just to talk a bit about what your experience has been like under Coach Slusher, and how, in what ways do you think the environment has changed where the national team is concerned?
Good morning, first of all. For me, under Coach Slusher, it's been a fundamental destination so far. The opportunity given to not just I as a Belizean, but more Belizean and young Belizeans. We're not talking about only semi-pro players, we're talking about first division players, younger players that played in inter-district. So we get to move forward younger players other than the older players in the selection now.
What's most important for you when you're on that field?
To win.
To win.
Yes. Sweat the jersey.
Sweat the jersey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Mr. Chi, coming to you now, talk a bit about what your experience has been like on the Coach Slusher and some positive changes that has been made.
Good morning, everybody. Well, my experience under Coach Slusher is really good because now we have a lot of young players, and now everybody see the combination of the young players where we bring to the team, and it really good.
Yeah, how long have you gentlemen been a part of the national team?
I personally been there for 6 years now.
6
Wow.
years now.
Yeah.
Excellent. And yourself?
This is like my second year.
Your second year. So you're relatively new, and you're practically new. How did you both want to know a bit about your stories now? Just talk a bit about how did you both fall into playing football and fell in love with the sport?
Basically, when I was a kid, I used to play basketball first.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So I had some friends who play football. I'd be like, let's go to Coach Gomez. We play football and this and that. So what the football? So I went upstairs, asked my mom, and she sent me, and that was about it. From there, I fell in love with the sport, and from there, I grew in the sport.
What was that journey? What did that journey look like that led you to the national team? Because it's not an easy feat to get to the national team.
I mean, it took a lot of sacrifice to get there, commitments, leaving behind family, friends. So otherwise than that, it's been a very tough thing. And for me, I love where I'm at this moment now.
Where are you from originally?
Dangriga.
Originally from Dangriga, I figured that much. And for you, Mr. Chi, how did you fall into football?
Well, from when I'm young, like myself, when I start walk, because I got a football field right in front of my house, and right there, as I get up, what's that, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, then I look from there and there, right there, the field.
Right there.
Wow.
Yeah. And so you progressed throughout the course of your life. Did you play like in primary school and high school? What did that look like?
I played in primary school. In high school, I won a nationals as well, 3 regionals, and I just continue from there. I didn't stop.
How old are you, gentlemen? Because you both
That's
look
people age.
pretty young.
I am 25, about to be 26.
Okay, and yourself, Mr.
I'm 23, about to be 24.
Wow.
Wow. Still obviously have a lot more that you can give to the national team. And one of the things, Mr. Slusher, that you pointed out is that the goal is to see Belize back on the field for the Gold Cup.
Yes.
How close is that reality at this point?
Well, I think we have a great opportunity that doesn't come too often, in the sense that after our next game, we already topped the group, so we already qualified to our next year. We are already in Group B, but we have a home and away game to play with a team from out of the League A, which will be the 5th or 6th place team, which is not a top team, you will say, although you're not underestimating anybody. And as long as we get past that, then we basically will have 1 foot already into the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
So we are very close. And like I said, we there's much more we can do, and that's our aim and vision. Like you asked me earlier, is that we need to, as a coach, I had to provide a environment that would would allow these guys to come and perform. I think in the past, one of the issues was, like, for example, we have international player. I always say it's like your home. If you don't get your home ready, you cannot invite guests.
That's so true.
You know, so my thing is to get a good crowd of guys that want to play, want to share that vision, want to accomplish something, you know, create that family and that unity. Then now I could invite our international players. So when they come in, they'll feel welcome, most of all. They'll feel welcome. They will want to be part of the process and even want to come back and stay. So my whole thing is like, I had to start from the bottom, you know, fix the environment, select the right players. Yes, I might not, there's so many players that can be here, but it takes time. First of all, I want to give you a fair opportunity to fit in. So my thing, I will invite you, you come, and it's up to you. I always tell the guys, I could pick you, but I can't keep you here if you don't want to be here. You know, and there's certain things that you need to do. But like I said, I'm very happy, I must say, with the players, their dedication, their sacrifice, their discipline, and the spirit that they're showing. And I think those things, as a former footballer, I know that how important that is to have before you go on a field. I like
the idea of home and fixing home first, and I think we spent a great deal of time focusing on international, for example, international coaching, which is nothing is that's necessarily wrong with having international coaches come in, but perhaps it's about assessing their ability to lead in the way a Belizean team needs to be led versus just looking at the flag that they represent and say, oh, that country there, they have got good, kind of a country we represent across the world, right? And so the home dynamic is important, and a Belizean head coach could better understand, I would imagine, what the Belizean team needs.
Our reality.
Our reality,
I like to
that's
use that word. Our reality is different from what out there, and I think that's what happened to us a lot with the foreign coach. Like you say, foreign coach can always come and help, but a lot of times in the past, they're trying to bring the reality that was in Spain or football in Spain and want to just overnight
make that happen.
Here, and it doesn't work. Like, so we got to work on our reality first. And
now I want to jump into a bit about Wednesday night game. That's Wednesday night, right? It's Wednesday night y'all played against
Anguilla. We played on the past game.
We won that game.
Yep.
Quite a relief. Talk a bit about how did we, well, maybe I could get the guys in. What led to that win particularly? I know we spent a lot of the game in control, but we weren't able to get that goal off until later on in the game. Still, I mean, a win is a win, but talk a bit about your experience in that game. What are some of our strengths and our weaknesses? Identify, Mr. Lopez.
Basically, Coach Slusher breakdown as of how we were going to approach the game in the morning yesterday, and he said for us to mostly be more dominant up forward. So as soon as they get the ball, our plan is to automatically press, so we can win back the ball and apply pressure back. So despite the opportunities that were missed, we went into the locker room halftime. We listened to what the coach had to say, and he made some adjustments, and that which basically balanced the team. That led us to, getting that goal to win the match.
So, go ahead.
It was a great feeling for all of us because we needed that goal.
I could imagine when you're playing and you're not realizing the goal and finally come now like, yes, we finally get it. What was the experience like for you, Mr. Chi?
Well, sir, the experience was really good because, how Christian said earlier, we sweat the jersey and that way we want to play for we country too. And the game was really good, like how he said as well, the goal never come in, but late in the game, and I thank the coach too for giving me that confidence, for giving me the opportunity for coming in the game and do what I best do.
So remind us who scored the goal?
Orlando Velasquez, yeah, he was a nice pass from Krishan. He attacked it off the wing, beat the defender, went all the way and made an excellent pass to Orlando, and Orlando scored.
For you, did you see that play long before, or was it like in the moment thing? You saw where everyone was positioned and what was the right move to make?
Practically, me and Orlando, we spoke before the match. So I told him to make that run, and the ball will always go there. So as a player who listen and carry out that profession to, be in the right place, for me, I like a player who listens, because I'm that player who is not just dominant, I'm also creative and have my own profession of attacking. So me and Orlando, we had that chat before the match, and he was right where I wanted him to be.
There is it. There's a play. Look at that. That's such a beautiful find. Like you really have to be focused to realize that your man is right there on top of the goal, open to take that shot, and like you could make a mistake within seconds if you don't get on the ball quick enough. What does the future look like for us, Mr. Slusher? What games do we have coming up? And what do we envision for the future?
Okay, we have on Tuesday night we play against Turks and Caicos Island, and again our key thing is that we want to, again when it comes to standing for our next goal, we want to try to rank the #1 ranking team in the entire group C, although we already went to B, but it's still a ranking process. So we need to score some goals against Turks so we could rank good. But for me, like I said, as a coach, I love to see the direction we are heading in, especially with the time that we have. I think I started in July, and we started, I think, camp later on. And when you're seeing so much positive things, yes, we cannot be perfect overnight, but you're seeing a lot of positive things. And like I say, I'm happy with the direction, or the buying from our players, and the trying to change the culture and trying to change the style of play, adapting to some of the things that I believe that can help us. And one of the things that we can surely help us is that in the past we would just lay back and wait to be slaughtered. No, we have to take the game to it. It doesn't matter who you are. We got to play pressure football. We have to pressure our opponent. If anybody watch the game, we didn't give that team any chance to build up any opportunity or to play. They had to really force the ball, and that's not. I say we don't want to play just against, but that's our playing style. We want to adapt, and like I said, we are very good at it. From the past, it have been proven that whenever we play in that manner, we are almost more successful than when we just lay back to be slaughtered. But
Is the game on October 15th open to the public to watch?
Yes, no, the game, and we want to invite everybody to come out and support. I think everybody that was at that game really enjoyed it, because again, although the game only went 1-0, we got a lot of opportunities, and we had the entire crowd all day hanging out. And again, as a coach, I always like to say, winning 1-0 and didn't get the amount of opportunity, then I would have been worried. But the moment you're getting the opportunity, it means that the guys are putting themselves in the right place. We are doing the right things. Like I said, now we could work on the last part, where it's to finish our opportunity, which is the most important part.
All right. So as a our final remarks, I'd like to for you both to just give a simple message to the fans. Anything you'd like to say to the fans out there that came out and support Wednesday night, and that you're hoping to come out and support you as the games progress?
I want to say thank you to the people who came out and supported. And it's been a while since we have won at home, and about Wednesday night, we thank them for being that 12th player on the field who gave us that extra boost to keep on fighting, striving for greatness. But we want to ask them to come out this Tuesday again on the 15th to support us again as we go up against Turks and Caicos.
For you, Mr. Chi?
Well, I just want to say thank you for the support of that, that they're giving us, just not only here in Belize, when we go out there and play, they're always there with us, And I just want to say to make them come out Tuesday. we are get the victory again.
All right.
Excellent.
And the goals will be dropping on Tuesday, so they don't want to miss that one.
Yeah,
The
I
goals
feel
will
like
be
I have to
dropping.
drive down for watch
Yes,
that game
yes,
as
you
well.
need to, yes, yes, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, the conversation switches into disaster risk management with Galen University. Stay with us. We'll be right back.